103.
My name is Barrett, Assistant Sheriff, Los Angeles County. The case you're about to see dramatized indicates the careful planning and deadly seriousness of a criminal specialist, the bank robber. A few hours after the attempt on the Parkside National, Sergeant Arthur Getz checked with Les Wilkes of the robbery detail.
Circle all the banks he's hit, then mark all the other banks in the same area.
There's dozens of them.
And once we've marked the map, we'll see if there's a pattern to it. One maybe we can forecast.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'm going over to the hospital and see if that bank manager can talk yet.
Paul, really. You'll get yourself all overheated and start your sniffles again. Just when we got rid of your cold. Hear that? Daddy's finally home. Come on. Oh. At last. It's almost 6, Claude. Where have you been?
Isn't it about time you learned that bankers don't keep bankers' hours? Hi, Butch. Is Cole any better, Barbara?
A little.
Paul, old fella, you go to bed now like a good little guy, and in the morning, we'll have breakfast together.
I'll put him down and be right back. Doing with that? Oh, no, not John Batten.
You see now why I brought the gun home.
They bound poor Helen and little Gloria.
Gloria almost died. Suffocation from the way he gagged her. Well, it's not going to happen here, that much I promise you.
Darling, I appreciate you wanting to protect us, but not this way. Not making a target of yourself as some hoodlum.
The gun stays here until that maniac is behind bars.
But, Claude,
Barbara, let's not talk about it anymore.
I'm only trying to make you realize that you can get hurt.
You don't want the baby suffocated like Gloria, do you?
Of course not. If a criminal did come here, well, he'd have his gun already. Now, what chance do you think you'd stand if you even looked as if you were going to find yours?
The same chance that any man would take to protect his home and family. I brought the gun home just in case, that's all. Now, let's drop it and have dinner. Come on.
I understand how you feel, Mr. King, but I'm afraid I'll have to agree with your wife. Normally, a gun in untrained hands is a constant source of danger. But if our boy should happen to pay you a call, it very well might spell disaster.
I suppose you're right. I guess I'd better take it back tomorrow.
Hello, Mr. Hemphill? This is Sergeant Getz, Sheriff Department. Because of the recent bank holdups, we'd like to put a stakeout on your house. Yes, sir. Well, the way our suspect operates, he's been getting into the bank manager's home at night and staying there till morning. No, sir. Well, we didn't want to do it without you knowing about it. I don't think you'll have to worry. Goodbye.
Sergeant, I couldn't help overhearing that call.
You see, since all the banks he's hit have been on corners, we're trying to head him off this time by having stakeouts at all the other managers' houses. But your bank being in the middle of the block, well, we didn't think that was quite necessary.
This map, you think that has anything to do with it?
We think it has.
It was his first job, way out the west side of the area. The second was here, clear across to the East End. Then for his third bank, he picked the Farmers.
No, Paul. No, darling. Don't touch that. Oh, honey, you mustn't touch it, darling. Don't touch that.
Gentlemen, I don't mean to tell you your business, but if you could spare a man or two to keep an eye on my place.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll detail a stakeout at your house every night after dark.
After dark?
Yes, that's when he's usually shown up. But you don't have to worry. Like Sergeant Wilkes said, we'll have 2 of our men up there tonight.
Thanks very much.
Surely, Mr. King. Thanks for dropping in.
There we go.
It's an old trick, Mrs. King. It usually works. No one seems to remember there's a back door, too. But don't just stand there like a statue. I'm gonna be here till tomorrow morning, so take it easy. Relax.
What do you want?
Like I said, relax. Sit down. That's right, Mrs. King. This'll be fine.
All right, now. What do you want?
Oh, just a little hospitality from you and your husband till tomorrow morning. Then when your husband leaves for the bank, I leave with him.
You must be crazy.
Mrs. King, banks are your husband's business. Banks are my business. I'm a pretty successful businessman.
You're successful, all right. You almost strangled little Gloria Batten yesterday.
Yeah. Yet that was too bad. I don't like to hurt people.
Oh, no, you don't like to hurt people. That's why you shot her father.
That was his fault. I told him the rules. He figured he could change them. Do that and somebody's gonna get hurt. I make sure it isn't me.
One day they're going to find you. One day a lot sooner than you think.
Mrs. King, you better start learning the rules right now. You just do as I tell you. Remember this, Mrs. King. Don't try anything. Not anything. And we won't have any trouble. You're supposed to have a kid. Where is he?
When the bell rang, he was in the kitchen.
Kitchen? He wasn't there when I came in. No fast moves. Don't get out of my sight. Now, you go first. Well, where is the kid?
How do I know? He could be in his room.
You little monkey. If this keeps up, I'll have to put you on a leash like a little puppy.
May I take him into the kitchen?
Go on, sweetheart.
Would you like a sandwich?
Don't mind if I do.
Ham and cheese, all right?
What's that name? What's that name? What's that name?
How do you like your cheese slice? Thin or medium?
Medium's fine. Hold it. What's in there?
A knife so I can slice the cheese for you.
That's why you have a man around the house. I'll get it for you. Which knife do you use to slice cheese?
If you get away from there, I'll get it myself, thank you.
What's the matter? Isn't it there?
The knife is here. Everything is fine.
Kid, you're gonna wind up using the tools of ignorance.
What?
Tools of ignorance. Mask and protector. Baseball catcher, he's got the makings for it.
I don't know about baseball.
Your husband a fan?
No, neither of us.
I don't know. Bankers. What makes them also? Say, where is he? He ought to be home by now.
It's late, I guess.
You guess, huh? Last night he got home just before 6. Maybe we better call him. Find out what he's up to.
Whatever you say.
Now, wait a minute. Take it easy. You give me the number and I'll dial.
That must be Claude now.
Remember what I told you. You try to tip him off before he gets in the house and you got trouble. Big trouble. Now pick up the kid and let him in.
Oh. Hi, Barb. Hi, baby. Sorry I'm late, but What is this?
You got a house guest. Lock the door.
Please, darling.
You behave the way your wife has.
Can we go in now? Sit down?
Sure. Come on. Only just move slow. Nice and easy. Hold it. What's in there?
Just some old match pads and things I haven't room for anyplace else.
That's all, just some matches.
All right, Mr. King. Only remember, I'm back here with your wife and kid. And this. Have 2 on the house. Now, you want to tell him the rules?
You tell him they're yours.
Mr. King, I'll make it short and sweet. You're going to drive me down to the bank tomorrow morning. In the meantime, you're going to stay right here where I can keep my eye on you every minute. Both of you. No ideas. No funny stuff. Everything will work out.
What else?
Nothing else.
Here you are.
Good night, darling, and sweet dreams.
See you at breakfast, Paul.
I know just how you feel, but there won't be any sack time for either of you tonight. You can turn in at 7 tomorrow if you want.
We could sleep here.
And I wouldn't have anybody to talk to keep me awake. I gotta play the angles.
And you play them all, don't you? Like picking my bank, which isn't on a corner, and breaking in here during daylight.
I gotta. The cops aren't fools. Keeps me on my toes, just staying ahead of them.
As you know, we've given you no trouble. In return, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Yeah?
Paul, that's the baby. He's been sick. It won't do you any harm if you don't put a gag in his mouth in the morning.
Yeah, I guess not. He won't run screaming for the cops. Who's that?
How would I know without answering?
Let him. And remember, don't get smart.
Hello?
King? Sergeant Wilkes, Sheriff's Office. I wonder if we get your cooperation on something.
Well, yes, if I can.
I just had the dispatcher check the car staked out at your place. Apparently there's no trouble tonight, and we could use the car and the 2 deputies someplace else. Would you mind if we pull them back now just for tonight?
Yes, I don't mind, as long as you drop them off in the morning in time for me to take to the bank with me.
Drop off? Oh, sure, fine. We'll do that, Mr. King. Good night. Art, we stumble into something.
Now, who was that? What was that about going to the bank in the morning?
That was Bruce Davidson, an accountant, who was supposed to finish a report for me and drop it by here. He's not finished yet and asked me not to wait. He's going to put it in the mailbox later on.
Why didn't you tell me when I asked if you were expecting someone tonight?
If you walked into your house and found someone pointing a gun at you, how much would you remember that wasn't too important?
Mister, if you're lying, I'm warning you. You're gonna get it. You're all gonna get it. I'll take care of any more phone calls. I'm getting nervous. I have a feeling you're up to something, King.
Please. Not so loud.
Don't tell me what to do.
You want to wake up Paul?
Mommy!
You're not such wonderful company. Where do you think you're going?
Going to pick him up?
No, you're not. You're not going anyplace. You sit down and shut up. Both of you.
Anything?
Nothing. It's all quiet in there.
Light on in every room but one.
It's pretty late for that, with no one there.
A room that's got no lights on, that must be where their kid sleeps.
Must be, and if Simpson is holding him, he's got him in the front room.
You know, if we can get in through that room where the kid sleeps, we might be able to take him.
You're right. You two stay close to the front door. When you hear a noise, break in.
Come on.
What's that?
What's what?
I heard something from the kid's room.
Well, you would let me pick him up, you know.
Take it easy. Try following me. There won't be anybody alive.
All right, hold it. Take him out of here.
We don't know how to begin to thank you, Sergeant.
It's just routine, Mr. King.
Except this is the first time we ever had a 3-year-old pull a gun on us.
A smart banker, a level-headed wife, a team of determined sheriff's detectives, and a little luck all contributed to ending the bank robbing career of Ed Simpson, who now has from 5 years to life to learn a new set of rules. Now may I present the Sheriff of Los Angeles County, Eugene W. Biscaloose.
Friends, during the production of the Code 3 films, a deputy sheriff is present at all times to assure you of the authenticity in our stories. We hope you'll join us again next week for another true case from our files. Thank you very much.